All right, let's see how long I can play this music before something that we recognize comes on and I get kicked off the air. What's up? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Thursday night. It is time for another Workbench live stream. 103 with me, but not just me, with Paul too.
What's up, guys?
Sorry, there's a whole lot of forehead.
Yeah.
It's me and Zach, Zach O'Reilly and Zach Rensberger. We're the forehead gang.
I got a big one. I just have a lot of hair.
It's been almost always this tall. I was looking at an old picture of myself from like 10 years ago. It was like maybe down here. Like
I've never had one of those like hard edge hairlines either. Like even when I was, 7, let's just say, or something like that. Like I never had like the.
Oh yeah, no, I always had like a widow's peak, man. It always like it's just my heritage. It's just the way. I
have a lot of hair now, so I can hide whatever I want. You're
good.
Thick. Like I don't have any bald spots or grays or anything, but
yeah, I know. I'm lucky too that I don't have anything like lightness on the back. It's actually the farther back it goes, the thicker it gets. So I'm actually in good shape. What we got going out here in the chat? We got DP Salmon Julio. What's up, guys? Nice and light, keeping it easy. No stress. Too much stress in the world.
There is, man. It was a long day.
It was a beautiful day up here. I'm sure the weather is always beautiful in Florida.
Yeah, but, it's been pretty not humid the last couple of days. That's relative, like what you guys would call humid and what I would call humid. And been maybe high 70s or low 80s during the day, sunny. So
for the people in the audience that don't know, Paul is originally from Brooklyn, so he knows what it's like up here. He knows what it's like down in Florida.
I'm familiar with the weather, and then I'm down here, and it's hot as hell. Typically,
warm.
We have like 2 seasons. We have like summer, and then maybe spring. Like we don't really get fall, but like so what you guys have in the warm side of spring, not the cold side of spring, because I've been up for like opening day baseball and it's been snowing. But like let's call it May for you guys, where it's
we were supposed to go to opening day in 2020. They canceled all the games.
Fuckers. I think it was yesterday was the day. So one of the things that kind of stands out to me last year was when the NBA stopped. Like I think it was just kind of coincidence, but like the world stopped like that same day. Like I mean, they were talking about it on like a sports center or something like that. And they cut the games off like halfway. Like some games were like in the middle of going on and they were like, hey, I'm sorry, everyone's got to go home.
And because
like the world changed,
like might be sick and we don't know it.
Yeah, right. And I mean,
so crazy.
Before that, it was, I mean, we're just kind of ignoring it. It was like that disease in China. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You thought about it like, it's not going to come over here. We're fine. We're fine.
Julio says, come back. I don't know, man.
Julio says, put your whole house in a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, like this room would be my whole house. So my sister, who we moved away from New York when she was very young. So she like grew up really a Floridian. Like she didn't have a concept of like being a kid in New York, at least. She moved back. So she lives up in Queens now. And she actually has a pretty decent sized apartment. I think it's like maybe 1,200 square foot, 1 bedroom. It's 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath, I think. But she is like as far as the 7 train goes. Like it's out there. Like you can't walk to a train station even from her house. Like you have to have a car. And for me, if I was going to live in New York, I could only live in the city. And I don't mean necessarily just Manhattan, but like in the city or in Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't Queens. And where I'm from in Brooklyn is far out. Like I'm from like Marine Park, Garrison Beach area. So that's like out there. Yeah. That's a long train ride away as well.
We'll see out there. What up, Angala? Yeah. I am enjoying that fine coffee that you gifted me right now. Thank you, sir.
We were taking a look at the color actually before we hopped on. Like It's
got that like
a nice light shade, like almost tea.
Caramelly. It's got, you can tell that it has the it's the right kind of roast for what it's supposed to be. It's like got the right flavor. Like I didn't quite know how to appreciate it when I had my first cup of it, but it's very complex in of itself. But it's not like my Death Wish coffee that'll kick your ass in your head.
Yeah, I think Manny's from like Coney Island area, right? Sheepshead Bay. That area.
Gosh, I don't know.
I feel like he was. We were talking about something maybe last week or on one of the Tuesday ones. But yeah.
Hey, John Lynn.
Hello.
What up? I'm gonna throw up the USA Gundam Store banner because there's a bunch of cool stuff down there at USA Gundam Store. Adam's getting some new shit in. So there's a bunch of pre-orders that are going to be fulfilled soon. If you didn't watch him and Zap, him and Zap Rensberger, Zap. Wow. That'd be weird if that got on. See if he and Zach we're talking about it this morning or not. But yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff coming in.
Yeah, man, they are ruining my life with those Artie stations. Like, I go there every day, and I'm like, I didn't know that the big one that has the spray booth doesn't come with the fan for the spray booth.
Yeah, you got to buy a squirrel fan.
It's a particular one that like mounts to it.
Oh, you have to buy a proprietary fan.
Yeah, but it doesn't come
made by Apple as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, Manny lived in Marine Park. Okay, yeah, Manny, I used to live off Ford Street, so that's like 2 blocks over from Marine Park, I think. 3 maybe. I'm going to order a fuck ton of micro green seeds and edible flowers to grow.
Yep, John Lynn's like got her green thumb going strong.
Like, she is super creative. Like, she does things to Gunpla that I would never think to do. Like
yeah, I know, right?
Like they're just like a blank canvas to her. Like it's not, which is cool.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's very cool to see something different than the kind of the norm. Like, oh, bro, the stimulus shit's spent.
I haven't gotten a lick yet since they've been giving them out. So
we're I think they approved the new one today. So you and Colleen, I think you get $1,400 each.
I don't get shit. It fell into in the hole somewhere in the universe, and eventually they'll be like, "Oh, you were supposed to get a bunch of money. Oh, it's gone now, though. Sorry." And I'll be like, "I figured as much." Thanks for calling my daddy same old thing.
No, man, I love the Barbie. I love the I guess the 4th form, is that the one? I know he's doing like the 6th and the 4th.
Yeah, I think so.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Pat. I'm sorry. It might be. I think the 4th was the one where he finally got like shoulder armor. The first 3 forms, he didn't have the full shoulder armor. But I love that the blue he used for the chest area. Very fond of the color choices, especially, and obviously the details, but color choices. Love it. I was on Brown Street off of Garrettson Ave. Okay, yeah. Like my mom is from Garrettson Beach, and my dad is from Marine Park, so it's like where they're pretty close to each other.
Damn. So Sam says that he bought a Piccolo Artie station. He likes it, but wasn't happy about the assembly. So, Sam, I have the Hobby Zone set up. Famously toured my bench many a time about it. What didn't you like about the assembly? I'm curious, because I found the Hobby Zone assembly to be super duper easy.
Yeah. From what I gathered out of reading the directions for both, because I looked them up, as I've had a lot of interest with the years. It looks like if you've put together IKEA furniture, you can certainly do that. It's like the same tongue and groove style concept, just
right.
You had to sand and file every joint. Huh.
Wow, that's rough.
I don't think I've heard many people say anything about having to like modify it all during assembly.
It could have been a thing where like they were So those are all run panels through a CNC router, and it could just been where like the routing head was wearing down or had a chip or some shit in it. Like that sucks though. Sorry that you have to because nobody wants to have to do a bunch of extra work when you buy something that is made to be ready assemble. Like if I made some drawers and stuff for myself, I get that I had to do a lot of work. It's supposed to be a lot of work to do that.
Yeah. When you're spending that kind of money on
exactly
hobby furniture, I guess you could call it.
Right. Yeah.
You're
a cabinet of curiosities in a way, right?
Right. You're expecting a certain quality level.
Whoa, Zaku Zero says I grab a mallet and make them fit. I did it to the Solo. Just pop it together.
Sometimes you gotta sand. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, but it would be
every joint.
That's I mean that is a tough comparison. It'd be like you're buying a $300 Bandai kit, and not that you're sanding nub marks, but you're sanding it to make the parts fit together.
Right.
I'd be pretty
drilling out holes. And
shit.
Right.
I'd be like, what the hell is this, man? I expect this from the third party. But even now, man, I feel like third party kits are more expensive than Bandai kits at this point. So
yeah, it's that MDF. It's thicker MDF too, I think, right? The Arty Station is thicker than the Hobby Zone stuff. The Hobby Zone stuff is about 1/4 of an inch material, and I think that the Arty Station stuff is a little thicker. Yeah,
I was debating it, but I went with a second PC monitor instead. I wanted a 4K monitor. So
hey,
that won out. Third party kits. Yeah, man. I remember when I first got into this hobby, you get a nice third party kit for $50, and I'm not talking a knockoff third party kit, but I'm talking one of their more a Supernova kit. Yeah. They were $39.99.
Yeah, exactly. I got a Dragon Momoko Avalanche for $69. Right? It comes with LEDs and shit. Avalanche.
That was expensive at the time.
Yeah, exactly. That was right when they were going to go out of business. That was when everyone was like, I think Dragon Momoko is getting raided. So buy
the blue frame, man. If you produce a blue frame, you're getting shut down.
It is the hex, man. That is the thing. The curse. The cursed kit.
Don't knock off the Astrays. Okay, that's the Bandai moneymaker. They're we haven't changed that mold since 2008, and it's still selling.
I have yet to really get any of my full cities out to the people. Ungawa's getting one. I've been talking to Pabs about getting those instructions. They're going to be fucking perfect, anchored at quality. And the once that's all together, Manny's got part of one. Ungawa's got one sitting over here in the box. I think Zaku Zero is interested in picking one up. I got another guy over Action Awesome is also interested in getting one too. I think it's going to be his first resin kit, but I don't know if I'm probably not going to get hit by anything because I'm this big. I am tiny little grain of sand on a vast beach that is on the edge of the ocean that is Bandai. They're not going to matter. I'm not.
Plus, it's a resin kit, not a conversion drill and those.
Yeah. Really well, I mean, if you have to use the Barbatos for it, I have one that uses the Barbatos, but it's uses the Barbatos. He uses 5 or 6 pieces out of that Barbatos model and some polycaps. Let's see. Wait a minute. Sam says here that that press board is fucking 1/2 inch thick.
That's pretty thick.
That's a thicky.
For such a small.
Is the Hobby Zone stuff? Because the stuff the clones that I made them out of 1/4 inch plywood. But what is this? Is this 1/4 inch? Got out the calipers. It's actually smaller than 1/4 inch. Not by much. It's 237, but instead of 25. But
that might have been 2.5, and then they passed it through a plane.
Hell yeah, Ungawa says I bought a whole Barbie just to scavenge those parts. It was used. Get good, Bandai. Or good game, depending on how you want to say it. So Paul, you've been working on your
Yeah, my clean versus weathered competition. So I am doing the Hayakushiki 2.0 master grade. So I've been working on the feet, doing some little bit of scribing and detailing. And I stripped everything. We talked about this a couple of times. I stripped everything, and it's like this clear whitish plastic, and it makes it a little hard to work on. So I got most of the scribing on that for the feet done. But there's a couple little tick marks that I have to do, and I did one of them, and I need to mirror it on one on the opposite side of the foot, and then two on the other foot, and I'm having a hard time seeing it. So I'm gonna prime everything now, and then I should be able to see better. And Pabs was nice enough to recommend not to use the MadWorks tape that I had been using, and to grab HiQ tape. So I actually ordered that. It was available on Amazon. So it's coming in tomorrow morning. I'm just sanding the surfaces down, so I get rid of them, get them ready for prime. And I'll probably have some cleaning going on here. I have some soap and water next to me, so a little 1500 and 2000 grit just to get the surfaces nice and smooth and even. Should be
awesome.
Good. Yeah,
good stuff. I too have been working on my clean versus weathered build. Let's see. Where to start? We have gotta show it this way. It's probably one of the easier ways to show it. So it's still got its oversized vignette, but I did a bunch of just crazy work to it recently. I'll use this poker. No, I'll use a ceramic scraper. I don't want this to fall, so I'm moving very slow and bizarre. I'm sorry. So last night I went in and I cut out the Brady Bunch bell bottoms. So I cut those back because they're real big on the toes of the Stein. And as I'm making this, I'm removing a lot of the flight aspects of this model, trying to remove a bunch of the drape, slim it down. This was an easy thing to do. It exposes a little bit of the frame. It gives it a little bit of stepping. Plus, it's a lighter on the armor and a little easier on the eyes. I went in and I trimmed up these and customized these front skirts. They had a big old wing sticking out the side, and I cut that off this morning and cleaned that back. I also went in yesterday and added in an extra louver detail for the vents here on the side skirts, which was just I had just rough cut it before. Didn't know exactly what I was gonna do. I'm these need to be small, so I cut them down and then deal with it later. Dealt with that, feeling pretty good about it. The back skirts too, I cut them back a little bit. Obviously they got shortened, but I cut them in to make them a little bit more streamlined, to fit a little bit more like the ground type tactical. I did end up, like I said in the past, or maybe you didn't see it before, but if you haven't seen it, I added 5 millimeters to the neck, 2.2 above, 2.2 below, to extend it and give it a human head, as opposed to that squatty one that's on the normal.
Yeah, because he had a collar around his head as well, right? So it kind of looks a little stumpy. Yeah,
like that. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, the torso is super duper short. And these skirts are huge. All the skirts are huge, especially these back skirts are crazy huge.
Yeah, he's a bulky guy.
But that's okay, because that one's a different project. But for this one, it's coming along well. Got the torso kind of lined up. I need to do some integration to allow it to manipulate itself to do the movements, because right now I'm having collision incidences. Let's see. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Feeling pretty decent about it.
Michael Dawson said he's been doing some scribing and snapping of the frame together for his entry. He's going to get some more done this weekend. Awesome, man. Pat says you guys better spread the instruction booklet all over social media and show them quality.
Of course,
I don't know, man. It's a little too colorful for me. Maybe there was one or two too many colors in the model.
Oh, and Pabs's?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He didn't mention
dude,
that.
He was. I'm not even gonna.
The quality is amazing.
Any of that. Mine is just gonna be basically pictures of the parts and then how they go together, essentially.
Yeah.
So I want to do tasteful photos of the parts, and then the original parts that they replace, and then kind of how everything works together. Simple stuff. No painting.
Yeah, keep it raw resin.
Yeah. That's just, I mean, I can put, I have some imagery of my
Yeah,
model
for
that,
like maybe the display, like
yep.
the
Yeah, like just basic front and back,
Yeah.
it shows like, all the painting more or less. There's no need. I mean, you can put it together like in your dome. Let's see. Pabs is going to definitely help me with the book. Pabs is the one with all the fucking skills. I can make the models, man. I can do all the grunt work on the front end, but Pabs is going to really help me tie it together and make it like a finished product. What up, Steph? 3-star. How's it going? Those scrapers are amazing.
Colors, man.
Especially purple.
Yeah, and gold.
And gold.
I love gold. All right, I got to run and grab a cup of water. I brought up a cup of soap and not a cup of water.
Uh-oh.
Makes a lot of sense.
Put the branding up there. Golly. See ya.
All right, I'll be right back.
Bye, Paul.
Switch it, guys.
All right. So now that I've got this thing pretty homogenized, there's still a little bit of stuff going on in the back that I'm not 100% sure about. The back of the leg's still kind of like pointy and like flight-like. I don't know if I really like that so much. Got to make sure it all works together. I think I need to cut down these things in the back of the calves. These guys in here. I will make myself bigger. So yeah, these, right? Awfully pointy, I think, for what we're working on. Not quite what I'm looking at here. As you can see, I went through and curved the shoulders. I curved the backs of the arms to match. Drop the plate off the top of the hand. So yeah, I think I'll start there. We'll figure out. I'll take those out. I'll take a little look-see, cut them back, fuse them over. Maybe I'll do something with these too on the sides. These like these long. Get some shade on it so you can see it. There you go. Yeah, those things. They kind of stick out pretty far in the back too. I wonder if it would look neat if I cup those in a little bit. It might give it more of a, I don't know, like an urban look. It sounds dumb, but it works in my head. So trust me. What gun is that? This is the DSR-1 German-made sniper rifle. It is a 1:6 scale puzzle model toy you can get on eBay. There's a whole ton of them out there. It's super cool. Very like detailed little pop bunzo model kit. Has a bunch of seam lines and shit all over it, but it assembles and disassembles somewhat easily. So you can do some cool painting. So it allows you to utilize the different layers within the guns. Like the barrel pulls out of the fluted part on the outside, or the what do you want to call that? The heat shroud or something like that. And then yeah, everything moves on. It's pretty neat. Bam. Oh, here we go. Sam L has a question. It says, what do you do for surface prep prior to priming and painting? I'm about to be at that stage of my build. Painting is going to take the most for me. It does. Painting takes a long time. Here, we'll keep that question up. So what I do is I sand every piece down with, I use, a lot of times I'll just use these Tamiya sanding sponges. I mean, a lot of companies make the sanding sponges, but I'll use like Tamiya sanding sponges, and then I'll use like cloth, like Paul is using regular 1500 grit wet sanding paper, basically.
Yeah, 1500 and then 2000.
All right, and then 2000. And then I've got a bunch of this emery paper that I get, Zonia 3M emery paper, and that'll sand up to 14,000 grit if you need to for polishing and for sanding. But basically, I just try to go over every surface and make sure that it's smooth. Sometimes you won't notice a well, what I like to call a well or a low spot in the surface from the casting process. Sometimes you won't see those right away without hitting it with a little bit of a sandpaper first. And then if you prime that before you see it, if you correct it before you prime it, it just makes your life a whole lot easier. But yeah, basically I just sand every surface and then I clean it with alcohol to make sure that everything's clean. Some people just use soap and water. I think that's what Paul's using.
Yeah, I do a little dish soap, warm water, and a toothbrush. And I just use that, the scrub out any like dust basically from the sanding process that could be inside like the female peg holes or anything like that. Just keeps it clean. And then for before priming, I won't wet sand. I'll dry sand everything. And then depending on just how crazy I want to be, I'll prime and then wet sand after.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you're.
Yeah, I don't like orange peel. It's just like a thing. So.
And he's out of Florida where the humidity is always high. So.
Yeah, it bothers me. So yeah, then I'll go over it with that and. That's it.
Charles Apprentice Steven says to also fill any pinholes or surface imperfections with Tamiya Basic type putty or Mr. Hobby Dissolved putty. I don't like using either of those things. But yes, definitely fill the surface with whatever product you prefer to use, whatever works the best for you. So ultimately, that's what matters. It doesn't matter what
on a Bandai kit I've had any pinholes. Maybe I've just been lucky, but
might just be models. He's working on that machine for your kit. So
right, yeah. I've definitely had it like on resin kits, like even you can see little pinholes and stuff. But
Steph says, "Look saucy, Brian." Thank you. We're shooting for sauce, big sauce.
Sam is in Tennessee, so I feel the humidity. Yeah, man.
Michael Dawson is using the Beam Smart Rifle from the Access Gundam on his Rizel. It's a fun one. I took both of my beam Smart Rifles and turned it into a double beam Smart Rifle for the Sentinel. It's crazy awesome. I remember that model. One of these days I'll work on that again.
It exists.
Most definitely. It says you guys are giving me a good reason not to go to the dungeon tonight.
Get to the dungeon.
Hanging out? You want to jump on, Pabs? Is that what you're saying? I'm thinking about doing a color swap. I'm not gonna won't think I'm gonna paint this the same as it is.
Yeah, I don't think you've gone over.
I have not talked to colors yet.
Scheme at least.
No. I want to go very like tactical urban.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're going like not camo, but camo colors, or are you thinking like grayscales?
I don't really know yet. Yeah, something like that. I have a nice selection of mission model paints that I got from Galactic Toys. I purchased from Galactic Toys. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and use more of my mission models.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Part of me kind of wanted to make it like, paramilitary. Some parts of me kind of want to make it like, just urban tactical. I don't know.
Urban tactical, if you kind of go on that grayscale side of things, you can do a lot with like color pops. Whereas if you go with like that more military color scheme, you're kind of stuck into browns and
I was almost thinking more like dark. I was almost thinking like more like dark blues, navies, and like dark grays and stuff like that. But that is weird to do really well. It's not exactly easy, and it changes the way you weather it. You can't weather it like you would normally weather something.
Sure,
which I could do.
But at the same point, don't put my hair in my mouth. That might make it stand out a little. Like if it was weathered on the different side of things.
Okay. Pardon my yawn. That's why I'm just drinking the coffee. Steve says, Brian, did I get any of the mission models poly? No, I did not. Those guys over at the Plastic Model Mojo were asking me that question too, if I use mission models poly in my mixes, and I do not. I do use a very heavy amount of Flow Improver by Vallejo. I'm interested in actually trying out the Liquitex version because I like Liquitex. I've used Liquitex since I was a little kid. I'm very familiar with it. But yeah, I use a lot of the Flow Improver with my mixtures, and I don't have any issues. So I don't know exactly where the poly is supposed to go or in what ratio. They told me to go and talk to the guy that does that model paint solutions. They said, like, send that guy an email or whatever. He, should probably talk to him about some stuff because he might want to hear what you have to say or whatever. But I haven't reached out to him because I'm kind of lazy and often busy. Zero Zaku says, so when adding details and panel lines that you want to give a functional feel, how do you determine if it's functional? Seeing as there is real world, also there aren't very many, I guess, real world examples of functioning giant robots. This is true, but there are big machines that happen out there. So look for construction equipment, things that are, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of lucky because I've lived in Brooklyn for so long, and there's a lot of stuff that goes down in Brooklyn, and you see a lot of variety of machines and different parts of city and just different levels of wear and tear.
So I'm going through that right now because that's also, something I like to consider. Like, why is this panel on here? Because you'll see, and I'm not like, some of their panel lines are gorgeous, but you'll see models on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, that just have a bunch of lines on them. Like, especially when they started to get into like those like polygon shapes, like, they're just like weird, like hexagons or whatever. And they don't make a lot of sense to me. Like, why would that thing be there? So I just try to think, like, if you had this giant robot, like, why would you put a panel? Like, so panels are mostly like hatches or different pieces of armor coming together, butting together. So if you think of like an elbow joint, he's going to have like, some kind of access panel there to potentially get at like the electronics or the joint mechanisms underneath there. Right. So someone has to maintain those things. Pabs, your panel lines make a lot of sense, man. You don't have just random lines everywhere. Actually, I use a lot of your photos on Instagram as like, because you could also do that. So I went through a lot of people's Instagram photos that I respect for their panel line designs, and they may not be doing the same model kit I am, but there's a lot of similarities in designs. Like, you'll see a lot of similar design concepts on biceps, let's say. So you can kind of, borrow that idea and so use people as reference, man.
Pav's freaking out on you, Paul.
Yeah, I saw. Like I said, I used his stuff as reference.
So Dave B has a question about mold making, casting. What would be the best way to cast a rectangular shaped cube that has details on the top and the bottom and on the sides? Wait, the top side and the bottom side. Okay. Would a two-part mold work, and what does the casting orientation works best? So yes, a two-part mold is definitely the way you want to go. It depends on what the detail is like on all of the sides, because we know cubes, rectangular or square, have 6 sides. And so if the detail that you're trying to capture is only on the top and the bottom and you don't worry about the rest of the faces, then you can easily just splice here, we'll do a little thing here. Draw a rectangular cube. All right. So we got a rectangular cube, and you can, here, I'm just gonna make myself bigger. I should actually take my other camera. Let me use my other camera. Got 2 for a reason. All right. It is this one. Okay. So you can see rectangle. Blue pencil. And do I have another color pencil? I have an orange marker. That is just as good as any color pencil. Okay. So if the, oops, off the screen. All right. So if the detail you're trying to do is merely on the, let's say this is upside down, right? So this is the bottom face, and we're looking at it upside down. If your detail is only on this surface and then this surface over here, you can easily put your mold line around the outside edge, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. It can be all irregular, or it doesn't have to be straight or anything like that. But if you're trying to capture detail on all 6 sides again, if you have detail on all of the sides, what I suggest you do is you make a somewhat more complicated mold where your mold line ends up being the diagonal face around the edge, and it ends up making a kind of like a zigzag all the way around because you're tracing the outside triangle, and you turn the cube on its hard edge so that it's like this essentially, and your mold is here, comes around here. It's captive completely around this whole side, and it's captive around this whole side. And then your mating faces are here with your keys to go the opposite direction. And the hard part for this then becomes, where do you put your pouring sprue? Because you want to be able to pour into the piece, and you also want to be able to vent air. So it's kind of complicated. I've done some weird polygonal roto casting with these. Where the fuck are they? We were just out here a second ago. Here we go. With these ice molds, right? So this is like a Death Star. The blue one, the dark blue one is a Death Star, and the light blue one is a dice, 20-sided die. Here you go. 20-sided die, right? This is hollow. I cast this using this mold, right? And this has the seam line that goes around on this face right here, around the edge. It's actually probably not. It's actually not there. It's the other line, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, it has the seam line that goes around the top edge, and there's a pouring sprue right here that I just poured in, and then I plugged over, and then spun the ball in my hand to get it to coat the inside with resin. And it's the most basic way to do a roto casting, but that is a way that you can now. If you don't care, and it can be solid, then that's even easier. You just pour in. You make two pour spouts. You pour in one, and then the air comes out the other one. It's very simple. Gosh, I hope that was an okay answer.
Definitely. So Miguel asked, do I prefer functionality over artistic look? And no, not necessarily at all. But I think when you're going for a realistic look, add realistic panel lines. Does that make sense? So, but no, I like a lot of artistic builds, like K-Dash. K-Dash is a good one. Like his tend to be like very fantastical like designs. Like he uses like Chinese mythology and stuff like that as the basis for his designs, and I love those. Julio did the butcher. I thought that was really super cool, and so that's turning a mecha into like something completely non mecha. Brian does a lot of them that like the samurai. The samurai that you did was much more on like the fantastical side of things.
Robo fantasy.
Yeah. So I really enjoy that. I just think like if you're going for a very realistic looking build, think about realistic panel lines.
Oh man, that coffee is really good. It just got the flavors.
All the flavs.
It's got the flavonoids. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna rock this one. Stupid ads. Get fucked, ads.
I ain't do nothing.
Oh, you're welcome, Davey. Here
we go. I find the fantastical stuff though like much harder for myself to relate to because I just don't have one of those brains. Like I'm not a naturally like creative person in that way. I think I'm much more like got a science brain than an art brain. So like I really appreciate them because I don't know if I could do one, like those kind of complex shapes or like organic shapes and stuff like that just don't play out in my head. Like I don't look at something and go, that would be a great devil. What? I could make a dog out of that. A what?
So Steve says that his mix for mission models, which sounds weird to me, 10 to 12 drops of thinner, 30 drops of paint, 3 drops of poly, 3 drops of distilled water, and he sprays at 12 to 16 psi, depending on what he's doing. That's a lot of paint. That's like backwards to what I do.
12. 15,
I'll add like, let's go simple.
Yeah,
I'll go like I'll go in
ratios
percentages, right? So I'll go 40% of my shit will be flow improver, right? So I'll go 40% flow improver, 25% paint, and then the rest of it will be thinner or water, depending on what I'm using. And to make 100%.
And that Brooklyn tap water, no distilled.
Works better for, Brooklyn tap water is better than distilled water.
Minerals makes the paint dry flatter.
No, it doesn't. Actually, the flow improver, and sometimes what I'm going to start using, which I haven't done though, is I'm going to start using a retarder. Now, where Steve is a whole different part of the country, so it might work really, really well for him in Michigan. That makes total sense if it does. But for me over here on the East Coast, it's not going to work very well for me. And that's one thing that's a little bit about paint mixing that makes things a little bit bizarre. People are like, "Oh, thin it to the consistency of skim milk." It's like, dude, that doesn't work because you can't do that. It's like, humidity makes a difference, the type of needle that you're using, the size of the needle that you're using, what you're trying to do with it, the amount that you're trying to paint, like the amount of spray. Like if you're trying to do fine detail work with a really fine needle, you would blow spider webs all over hell and high water, Steve, because you're blowing way too strong. You need to dial that down to like 6 psi and really thin your paint out, so you're only blowing like the tiniest little bits. And if you don't use like a flow improver or a retarder, you get tip dry really easily. And tip dry, it's the dirty thing that we all don't talk about, but it happens to us all. Gonna get a little tip dry. It's okay. Easily solved by changing your ratios a little bit, and then a little bit of like extra maintenance. Like
when your tip is dry, you go heavier on the retard. Which is true. Don't go full retard though. No full.
Ungawa says, I thin acrylics in the cup, the airbrush thinner, a bit of paint, and some flow improver. We spray. Yeah, I mean, I do mine. I do mine in the cup too. That's how I mix my stuff. I mix everything in the cup.
Like in the airbrush cup?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
I do not do that.
Yeah. Unless it's like a custom color. So if I'm just spraying like whole tone, or even if it's something where it's like I can shoot it from the hip, like I can kind of like, if I'm only going to need to mix one batch for a specific thing, no problem. But if I'm going to do more, then I have like, jars to mix pre-mixed colors in.
Mixed and then decided I wanted just a hair more thinner or something, and I'm not going to like pour it back out and thin it. I'll add thinner to the cup. I always mix in a mixing glass cup something. Actually, I usually use shot glasses.
That's
mix paint before, man. Yeah. Lacquers I pre-thin completely for airbrushing. Acrylics I thin. Stuff I use for brush painting.
Yeah, I pre-thin all my lacquers too, or I buy them pre-thinned.
You mean like in the bottle?
Yeah, pre-thinned in the
like
bottle.
You would take like a bottle of Mr. Color, add thinner in here, and
you could. I don't do that because they don't have
enough space for me.
I get like this, which is my Mr. 1200. And I'll just like mix the 1200.
Oh,
bottle of 1200. I'll pour it in here, and then I'll pour like 2.5 of the same volume bottles of thinner in there.
I have a bunch of like Mr. Hobby jars. Like don't buy these. This was dumb. This is probably like a $5 jar. It's ridiculous. You can certainly find these somewhere else. Yeah, I think I bought them. I have a problem with I don't order from HLJ much anymore, but I used to order a lot from HLJ, and every time I'd order, because of the way their shipping works, where it's a bulk, they ship your whole everything at once, right? And you can do like private warehouses or whatever. I would always tend to throw in like just something stupid, like, oh, let me get bottles. Like, what the hell do you need this for? I have these things. This is dumb. This is a waste of time. These are
this is cardboard tape.
You're right. You could absolutely, but like I was like, well, I don't know, they're like $4. I'll buy those too. So
Americans.
That's how I ended up with a lot of crap.
These are just Sunshine Mason jars. I think I got 6 of them for $5.
Right. So anyway, I have some like Mr. Color 1200. They're somewhere around here. But this is actually Alclad. I have the Alclad gloss coat and flat coat, and the bottles are plastic for those. Yes, and the cap is plastic, right? And they're pre-thinned, so you can pour straight into the airbrush. So I poured straight into the airbrush, put the cap back on, put it away.
It
fused, and it literally snapped the cap when I went to go take it off. Like, so I could not get the cap off. I had pliers and everything. So I actually had to take like a knife, and because it's plastic, I tried to like dig in a little and like just pop and it just snapped because it had gotten brittle. So this is Alcalad. Yeah, this is Alcalad. Flat coat that I had to like emergency pour into bottles because I was like, oh shit, I don't have a cap on this.
Well, I mean, at least you had the emergency.
I was ready. I was prepared. Stayed calm.
Yeah. I probably do. I do something that probably would make Pabs roll over in his grave. If I'm mixing like a gloss or a matte and I have too much mixed up that I don't need in the cup and it's just pre-mixed with the thinner and the gloss, I will pour it back into the gloss container. The pre-thinned gloss coat back into the whole tone gloss coat, as long as it hasn't tinted in any way, shape, or form. Paul's like quiet.
I would probably pre-thin those clears and stuff. I would. Yeah. That's definitely even more so than colors.
Yeah, I mean, I thin it in like a little. I have all these. Like,
I'd probably like pre-thin the whole bottle at once, just to like.
Oh right.
Save myself time because like it's always got to be thin, and I'm never gonna. It's not like I'm gonna mix it like a color. You know what I mean? Like I could see the logic of saying, well, I don't want to pre-mix my whole bottle of gray because I may mix it with something else down the road, and it'd just be easier if it wasn't thinned already. But I'm never gonna mix clear. Just me. I guess you could.
Yeah, I have I got a bunch of pipettes as well.
Yeah,
they're cheap.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon for like 150 of them for a couple.
Yeah, bucks. I just got a bunch. They're somewhere around here. I don't know how they went.
Actually, I got them from a place at work because we buy from like lab supply stores, and
yeah,
I was able to get them.
I just got these oversized. You'll never need this much. The ones that are thinner are much nicer though. You've probably seen them, Paul, where they're like graduated, they step down, but a whole dropper is only 1 milliliter. So
yes,
yeah,
volumetric pipettes.
Yeah, those are good. Easy to read.
Yeah, I like the ones that have step marks on them. Like they have like a 1 mil line. I mean, I'm typically thin like to a math ratio, like.
Yes,
like 1 mil and 1 mil, but like you never know sometimes when you're mixing custom colors that could come in handy, right? Like because you can know like, all right, I did mix like 1 mil of white in there.
Yes, and I will write my recipes down too.
Yeah, but always make more custom color than you think you're gonna.
Yeah,
like
whenever you're working.
You never know when you're gonna fuck it up and have to repaint
per
it.
project.
You're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I would imagine Pabs has like 700 purples just mixed like all around his room.
He calls it the dungeon, but it's just all purple paint.
Purple paint.
This is why can't you mix two pre-thinned colors? Oh, you absolutely can.
Oh, you can. I was just saying that like I could see the argument for not pre-thinning a color so that you could mix it later. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying you definitely could. I don't think it would do anything. I mean, other than some colors take different thinning ratios. Like for me, I always notice that like red takes a little more thinner because it's like a heavy pigment.
Yeah, the pigment weight does make a difference as well.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you're right. No, you do not. It doesn't. You can mix pre-colors. That's not what I was trying to.
Yeah, that's not what we're trying to say.
You can mix pre-mixed color. Mix pre-mixed.
Yeah, you can mix a pre-thin color and a not thin color.
Mix
it's all right.
I don't know.
Pre-thin. That's pre-mixed. They're all pre-mixed, right? Yeah. Reds are a bit finicky. Reds are interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they tend to have a lot of pigment and a lot of dye. So.
Yellow is fucking super transparent.
Yeah.
Stupid yellow.
Mr. Color.
Julie Dempsey says, question.
Decanted Mr. Color.
You're talking about gloss. What is the thinning ratio for a decanted Mr. Clear top coat? So, My Mr. Clear, what I use is Mr. Color or Mr. Clear GX 113, I think it is, gloss or flat. And my mixing ratio is 1 part clear to 2.5 parts thinner.
Yeah.
Or to 2 parts thinner. Sorry, 2 parts thinner.
Though?
To 1
I wouldn't know.
Decanted should be fine as long as it's fully off gassed.
But do you know how you would thin that? Because it's going to be thinner than the stuff out of the bottle.
Not really, though, because I have decanted as well. Literally, you in a rattle can, you get about one of those small jars in one of their like larger rattle cans. That's all the thinner.
If it's gloss, I don't know what gloss you can tell way easier. You can just mix until you're happy because you can just spray a little on the spoon and you'll be able to tell. Flat is a little harder, like to judge, in my opinion. Like gloss, you can see right away, like, oh, I'm too thin because it starts to run.
Right. Or it's not really doing its job. Ongawa says they should have no reason to thin it. You should just be able to spray the decanted stuff straight out of the rattle can, which, yeah, I could see that. Because it's meant to come straight out of the can, but I still think that it comes out of the can too thick, personally. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I always think that
it gives you a lot of... when I've used them, you see a lot more orange peel on them because it's thick.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Ongawa GX Clears totally is 1 part paint to 2 part thinner. Mr. Leveling Thinner. Yeah, for gloss, definitely Mr. Leveling Thinner. I'll use just regular Mr. 400 for matte because doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Ongawa thinks that it comes out of the can too thin. Well, there you go. Huh. That also could be regional because it's like really dry here. So
I have very little problem with mixed colors, right? Like we've talked about that before. Like for lacquers, I can pretty much go 50-50 and never really have a problem with dry tip or anything like that, or being too wet. But I have a lot of problems with clears. Like you have to be really careful with ratios and with PSI. They'll fog if, especially on the flat. That's pretty normal for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely let it off gas. Like, definitely let it off gas. It will keep off gassing. Ongawa 50-50. Holy smokes.
I'm talking pigment paints, not clear coats.
Yeah.
Like, you could do, like, close, I mean, I would say close to 50-50. Let's just put it there. Like, let's say white. If I put, like, Mr. Color White, and then 50%. Mr. Hobby Leveling Thinner.
Because I've used, like, in the past, before I started using the little cans, the little jars, and then doing my mixing and everything, I used to just have rattle cans of Mr. Super Flat or whatever. And if I did a gloss, I just used acrylic gloss, like Liquitex acrylic gloss, and I would just thin it way the heck down so that I could spray it through my airbrush. But that is one, totally different thing. The lacquer in little jar is a whole lot different than the acrylic gloss. So when I first tried to use the lacquer in the jar, and I think we talked about this on one of the earlier mechanisms back when I was trying to do the chrome work on the Briegel a year ago, more than a year ago. And I had never used that gloss clear before, and I didn't thin it like nearly enough, and I literally sprayed spider webs.
Yeah.
And it was just like so demoralized. I was able to get it to kind of wet out a little bit because I just took like Mr. Leveling Thinner on a brush and then just like brushed on it, and then it wet down and it like smoothed out. But what a demoralizing thing to see. Here we go. Steve says, Paul, do you have a dehumidifier in your build area where you spray? Nope. Paul has central air.
Yes. Because
his whole house is a dehumidifier.
Yeah, it'd be inhumane punishment to live in Florida without central AC.
Mm-hmm.
So the AC is, and it's always on. Like the AC, we turn the AC off like 3 days a year.
There you go. Let's see. Yeah, Ongawa, I spray my clears through a 0.5 needle, but yeah, I don't see why you would have any issue. but I spray a little bit higher PSI, I think. Yeah, my half is, it sprays like, no, that's about right. 12 to, mine's more like 15, 18, I think, because it's dual action and I can control the amount of pressure that I'm putting in through it. Oh, cool. Right on, Julius. No problem. Anytime. We all know about mixing paints because we all done it. We're happy to share.
I mean, I think one of the things that every time I prime something, I prime probably at least 2 spoons and just leave them aside. Like, so, you know, you're priming your kit, grab 2 or 3 plastic spoons, prime them, put them aside. They're not for anything other than the next time you're mixing paint or something like that and you're a little unsure, grab a spoon that's got the gray primer that you're using, let's just say, and do a little test spot and see what it looks like. Sure. Always add a little more thinner. It's a little hard to add color, but you can add color, whatever you need.
Yeah, you're not going to end up doing some wonky thing on your.
But, you know, rather than like stop my process of like, oh shit, you know, I'm not sure if this is right. Let me go like pour all this out and like get a spoon or whatever. Like I just keep some prime spoons like laying around. Just to have fun.
Ongawa seconds that pre-primed spoons are a great tool.
Yeah. They're helpful. And like I said, you know, all you have to do is when you're priming your next kit, just grab 2 or 3 of them. I say that, and ironically, I have none right now.
You don't need them yet.
No, I got to actually do a couple of like test sprays on different gold. I got so many golds. Except the one from...
Except the one that Pabs said you should have.
Yeah, Pabs is still there. What is it called again? It's like Eldrin gold?
Eldridge.
Eldridge?
I think it's something along those lines.
ELDRIDGE?
Like a, you know, like
Marcus Eldridge?
No, like a fuck, what do they say? Like lore. Like like I don't know if that makes any sense. Like some Dark Souls shit. Like like the Eldritch Beast, or like, you know. Pabs will know.
Guy, oh, there it is.
There you go, Eldrin.
Eldrin. Oh, okay.
Eldran.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Eldran. Gold.
Buy it now.
Gaia.
Buy it now. Hooray, Paul. Buy it now. Get to the helicopter.
Galactic toys. Duh.
That was my favorite line in Commando.
Why you take me to the wrong place? ELDRAL. Eldran. There it is. Eldran Gold. Huh. On the photos, this is on the web, it's very yellow. They actually call it lemon yellow.
What's up, Edward Leonard? How you doing, man?
Eldritch?
Yeah, Cthulhu, man. Straight up. That's what I'm talking about, Eldritch. Might as well. Don't look like they like gold. The fish people do. It's what it is. I should have made a little mark on this to signify where the fucker ended. Son of a gun.
I don't know. I mean,
LD? You're not selling him.
Now they're saying Eldian Gold. Man. So, Gaia notes Eldrin. This is Eldrin. This is lemon yellow. This can't be it. This is not it. Can't be it.
Nope. Angala says Eldran. From Stance.
I think that is just the wrong thing. Okay, I found it. This is gold. I got it. Currently unavailable. Tabs follow.
That's my mark.
Volks USA store. That's Gaia EX Gold. I have that already. No.
To get rid of all this drape.
Galactic doesn't seem to have the gold. Oh, that's Amazon.jp. That's not gonna happen.
So if anybody's wondering, we are listening to something called Knock Steady Zencast Volume 2. It is a collection of breakbeats from Kung Fu films.
It kind of sounds like GoldenEye music in the background.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's literally from Kung Fu films from like the 70s.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding Eldoran Gold. Yeah, Alderan.
Ah, yes. He was my favorite elf in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Hudson. Although I don't think it is the gold I'm looking for
Elrond
gold.
Gold.
A little too yellow for what I'm trying to do.
Elrond Hubbard Gold.
See, now they're using different. Now it's Eldian. Julio says it's Eldian.
Julio knows he owns
Eldian
this shit.
blood.
He and Pab's literally like weird children
Yes.
of the corn, both held up the fucking paints at the same time.
Eldoran was the planet that the Death Star blew up.
Alderaan.
Yeah, Alderaan. Eldoran.
Right on.
Eldian. Alderian.
Get it from someplace like Seal. Na da 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 da.
A lot of golds. Pure gold. Yeah, I have quite a few golds.
Really wants to make up a parody song about singing something about gold paint in the theme of Kiss from a Rose, but I'm going to refuse to do this. Yeah, Galactic had it. That's where
they did. It looks like they only have the. Oh wait, you're talking about the Eldian, Eldoran.
Yeah.
They only had the lemon yellow and one other color. I don't remember of that line. I just checked.
Just gonna throw this one out there.
I have 3 jellyfish named Squishy, Squashy, and I have
Florida Man strikes again.
I have 2 fish, and my son named them Bob and Bob.
Bob and Bob.
Bob and Bob. And he gets very upset when you call him Bob and just Bob. I'll say that to him. I'm like, so Bob, like just Bob and Bob. No, it's just Bob. That's what I said. Just Bob and Bob. or Robert or Bobbert.
Sure.
Bobby.
What's wrong with Robert?
Bobby and
That's
Bob.
fine.
He doesn't like it. But yeah. Bob and Bob. Bob and Bob, the neon fish.
Oh, come on.
We got a bunch of normal Gaia paints, a limited supply of limited series, very rare in the US, and then they quickly ran out of stock. Yeah, I have a good amount of their Gaia paints. I just got in pretty recently from Galactic. I just didn't get Eldoran Gold. Fuck me, right?
Yep. You didn't get that Eldoran Hubbard Gold.
They have a huge display in store. Oh yeah, that would be sweet, man. I mean, like I said, I think that's kind of a
Oh, tight.
limited. So if you guys don't have it, I would completely understand that. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind checking for me, that would be awesome.
All right, pull out laser saw. And by laser saw, I mean manual saw.
What is going on?
What's that? On the screen? I don't know.
Yeah. What are
It's
they?
nothing. Nothing's going on.
What are they? What language is that?
Japanese or something like that? Sounds like Japanese.
70s day pop station they had in the hotel room in Kyoto.
Oh man, laser precision strikes again. It ain't easy being crazy.
It is JP. Sounds like it.
What's going on?
Definitely picture this on a bar down Piss Alley.
Nani?
There's a little alleyway in Tokyo full of bars, and it's the name of it's Piss Alley.
Gotcha.
And it's from like back when it was mostly Japanese businessmen coming home and stopping there to have a drink. They would walk outside the small establishment and piss in the alley.
Yeah, that's the name.
Men, we're dirty.
Word, of course. Not anymore, though.
No, I said we are. Like, we are.
Oh. We're like they were in the past.
We were,
I was making a joke that we're all better now.
We've been, no. We've been rehabilitated.
Yeah, it's literally, it is like kung fu film breakbeats. Like that is the music that's going on, dudes. It is 60s and 70s Japanese instrumental cinema funk breaks and beats. All right.
The last handful of parts now. You'll be clean.
Okay.
The best thing about jellyfish is you can change the color of the LED and they become that color. Huh. Yeah. Makes sense, I suppose. Saved, liked, and subscribed. Yeah. Good background music, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's always good to have, some cash tunes to pop on in the background.
Yep. Yeah, lately I've been mostly like modern synth music.
Oh, sure. What have you been listening to?
Like Time Cop 1983 or Odessa.
Time Cop. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
You ever listen to what is their fucking called?
I'm not listening
Gunship? You ever listen to Gunship?
Yeah, I like Gunship.
Gunship's good. You ever listen to some stuff that's a little more aggressive? Perturbator and Carpenter Brut?
Don't believe I've heard of them.
Okay. They're a little bit more
Who's putting LEDs in jellyfish?
Who's putting LEDs in jellyfish? Absolute madman.
Oh,
Yeah, Gunship.
Yeah, I like Gunship.
Great album, Dark All Day.
I like mixtures on the phone. Let's see.
I think I'm gonna have to cut this twice.
Dance with the Dead.
Oh yeah, Dance with the Dead is good.
Miami Nights. As well.
That 80s guy is pretty good on YouTube.
Yeah,
does like daily synth drops.
I love driving in them and feeling like I'm in like an 80s cop drama. Drive at night.
Right. Just
monologue to myself. As my wife stares at me awkwardly.
Yeah, Colleen won't stand for that. So she hates riding in the car as it is. I'm not about to do that. Yeah, Gunship's music videos is pretty good. You know who else makes really great music and really great music videos? Little Big. If you have or have not seen those, I'm sure Paul has been subjected because of being a friend to me. But yeah, they have good stuff. They just had like a couple of new ones that came out that they're just like, what the fuck? So it doesn't make any sense, but it's great. It's great. Steve says, check out Verloriner. You guys like electro guitar.
Depeche Mode meets Gypsy Jazz. Okay. I'll check that out. Like I said, it's just something, nice to put on in the background. You're playing video games or building, doing whatever. Fuck, I'll put on music sometimes when I'm watching TV. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just like background tracks.
Mm-hmm. This does definitely have like some gumshoe kind of quality. Or like so like I feel like we should be riding around in an old Gran Torino trying to solve who's beating up girls down by Hate Street and Ash.
Listen to boy bands all day.
Julio is a boy band. He is actually 4 members of a boy band wrapped up in a Julio suit.
He's trying to memorize every boy band's popular song so that we can test him in the karaoke on the live stream.
So. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the live hangout for that one.
He's been getting down on some LFO.
He's been getting down on some LFO. What does that anagram stand for?
Light funky ones.
Really?
Yes.
You're fucking kidding me.
I wish
that is a lie. That has
was.
To be a lie.
You can Google it.
Oh, Christmas Christ.
A fan of French electronic music, Brian.
Wait, what's a good one? This French electric that I've been listening to. Oh shit! Hang on. Unknown Water Orchestra is really good, but they're not French. Lucine is good. Where? My phone is making fucking noise. Shut up, phone. I listen to music so much that's like I keep scrolling down. I'm like, all right, those are all the same songs. Oh yeah, man. Little Big made a Christmas song that they released like right around Christmas time, I guess. It's 2 minutes and 42 seconds long, and the name of the song is "Suck My Dick 2020." It's very good, very very good. Oh yeah, their new one, Sex Machine. Sex Machine is their new one. It just got dropped like a couple of days ago. Creative, to say the least. Come on, Bry Guy, where is it? Oh, Apache is real good too. If you guys don't mind Apache.
If y'all want to get dark, listen to some Chelsea Wolf. If y'all want to get depressed, listen to 98 Degrees.
Yow.
Oh. That's right. The Dark Horse boy band, you know.
Why?
I can't think of a single 98 Degrees song. Sorry.
Neither can I. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
A good thing.
That's the guy that married Jessica Simpson. That's what I remember about him.
Lately, oh, here we go. French 79. This is the name of the band I was looking for. French, the type of music I'm looking for, and then the year I was born, 79. I'm an idiot. Check out guys. What? Gesaffelstein? Gesaffelstein. Give me a second to read that shit.
We all need is the monkeys. All right. We're shanded. We're not. One more. The monkeys. I do need some new music. I listen to the same crap from like 2008 over and over and over again. So it's kind of my thing.
Okay.
Good choice. Head and Shoulders is
Ugh, commercials.
Yo, has YouTube been worse with that lately, or is it just
Yes.
me? Like, there's
Yes,
so
they
many
have.
of them, and now everything's those 15-second commercials. I hate them.
Dude, yeah. And then YouTube was like, hey, creators, we're helping you out by putting a lot of cool ads. It'll help you get a lot of new money. And it's like, man, you put these ads in the dumbest fucking spot. I used to do this like exercise routine that was on a YouTube video. It was like a 10-minute video, right? Easy. 10-minute workout. In the center of one of the fucking exercises is a forced 30-second ad of a timed
7-minute
exercise.
abs.
It's like, or whatever, you know, yeah, one of those things, those calisthenic core things.
No,
But yeah, but in the middle of this thing, so I'm like, all right,
about Mary. He picks up like that.
Shit. Oh shit!
Hobo.
Look at this guy. I thought he wasn't presentable.
That was he just had to flip the hat around, and now he's camera ready.
He had a Freddy hair flick. Nice. Yeah.
So guys, I was about to sing some 98 Degrees, and I was like, nah, don't worry about it.
I'll have to look this up more.
98 Degrees
After the fact.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have a karaoke night. It's gonna be a thing. We're probably gonna get banned, but
yeah,
kicked off YouTube.
Nah.
Just
make sure we do it on.
Not for copyright. You people are horrible.
for abuse.
Yeah.
Right? The actions you're taking are unconscionable.
During quarantine. Like, I didn't think of that. Like live streaming karaoke. Was that a thing? Can I find that again?
You know, it could be, but why?
Well, I mean, because you can't go to karaoke with your friends, so you're like,
gosh,
we'll like live stream it.
Oh man, that's just sign me up, boy. Boy, howdy. Can I get a tall glass
I
of
want to
milk while we're at
know
it?
why hasn't like Japanese style karaoke bars caught on in America?
There's
I
a
feel like they should
bunch.
be a thing. We don't
There's
like.
a
I don't
bunch here.
really. We have none by me. Like all karaoke bars are you stand up in front of the crowd type of thing.
Huh. Yeah, there's
Oh,
There's none
no,
of
I've
like
seen
that.
it. They got those here in the city. They got like private room karaoke here in the city.
Really, man.
Yeah.
That's not a thing here.
Well, you know, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
they
we're
probably
like
have private room canasta down by you.
You order
Floridians,
some
so we just do
food,
everything out in public. You know.
You order some alcohol,
Yeah. No, it seems like a great.
You just
like
you just let your inhibitions,
Right, yeah, you're
go
not
away.
in front of like a bunch of strangers, just a handful. Uh, that like izakaya style bar would, I think, be pretty cool too. Like where you get like that little living room vibe, and you sit down in your private room.
Mhm.
And they just bring you shit. But it's not a thing either. Probably because it's a lot of space. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you sure? I mean, there's also the smaller ones that are just they cramp you together and
Yeah.
it makes you more sociable just because you're all so close together.
I think also like American bars and restaurants are designed to get you out as quick as they can, right? Like,
Yeah,
like
they look for turnover. a
right,
lot of
like
times.
come here, drink, eat, and then go. And it seems like in other countries they're trying to get you to stay as long, and that's not a Japanese thing. Like Spain's like that. They do a lot of like the tapas thing. The idea is that you stay here longer, you eat more, you drink more.
In
I
theory,
mean, it sounds like a good idea.
Right. But like I don't know. It just seems like maybe because we have a lot of like chain style restaurants here. But it's like come in, get your food, leave. Please leave.
Mhm.
They're a bunch
Yes,
of assholes.
so they could turn and burn.
Just about 30 hipster breweries selling the same food and beers. We have in my town we have 3 breweries and they all do food trucks. They don't serve their own food at all. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights or Sunday days, they all do different food trucks. And the cool part is all of the breweries are within like a quarter-mile stretch, so you can walk from between the 3.
Literal pub
Cool.
crawl.
Yeah, pretty cool setup. Nice.
Would it? All right.
Man, am I ever going to do? I think we may have done this too late.
What?
I got to reserve a couple of tables
Oh.
For the weekend.
for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a little late. But you never know.
Ooh, what's the weather like tomorrow?
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Is it cold? I mean,
It was mid 60s the other day over here.
what?
Yeah.
It's like 70 in Brooklyn today.
Tomorrow it is 54.
That's not bad. We can do this.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. I don't want any of it. Boom.
Literally, our whole downtown is breweries. Yeah, I mean that's the thing right now, for sure. Right?
Oh, and he's in Grand Rapids, though, of course.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
Michigan
I like
is
it.
all over the place right now. Because of all of the law changes they made very recently.
Yeah, I'd like to see a couple more like distilleries as well. I mean, I know they have them, but like not at the same level as breweries. That'd be cool to go to a small distillery and.
You actually get that here in Brooklyn.
Yeah. I've been to a handful, but they're certainly not as common as breweries.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like when I worked as a metal worker, I did a lot of work for breweries. So
yeah, did you guys make like some of the brewing equipment, like those big?
Yeah, we did some like nothing crazy. Like it wasn't like the big stuff, like the stuff that you need to be like a maker of brewery equipment for.
Yeah.
But like things like tap room stuff, bar type stuff, support things, venting tubes and stuff like that, like extensions to stuff, custom extensions to things like.
Gotcha. Ooh, they have a moonshine bar. There you go. I like it. We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a little over a year ago, like probably February, and they have a couple of moonshine places, and they have these cool little setups. So they have like probably anywhere between 20 and 25 flavored moonshines in this place. And you sit around this little table. You don't even sit, you stand, and I think it's like $5 or $10, and they give you maybe like 12 like third shots. So it's like a third of a shot, and you do the 12 different flavors or whatever they have. And this is like $10, so it equates out to 3 or 4 shots of moonshine by the time you're done. And then if you want to buy a bottle, that $10 goes towards the bottle.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So as long as you're gonna buy the booze, which why wouldn't you?
Right.
You're gonna get pretty fucked up while you're there for free.
Yeah, that's righteous.
Yeah.
There was this spot that I went to that did the theme was like Vietnamese rice whiskey.
Oh yeah,
So
rice wine,
yeah.
lao.
Yeah, distillery, and they did Vietnamese rice wine and Croatian rice wine. Like
That's a
moonshine.
combination.
Yeah, like Croatian. It was like a Croatian apple moonshine or something like that. But it was awesome. I bought a couple bottles of that shit too. But it was nice to have it. They were like dog friendly, and they had like a.
Sam says they have that in the mall. What?
Let's go to the mall
Yeah.
today. Come on now.
What is that? How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Well, Sam's in Tennessee though, so.
Yeah. That's where I was, but I didn't know I could get it in the mall.
Bad intel, Paul. You had bad intel.
I mean, I'm still not probably going to the mall. I don't know why I would care about that, but like, you never know. Christmas time, whatever.
Sure, right? Yeah.
Yeah, babe, go ahead. Go to the stores.
I haven't been to the mall in.
Go ahead. Take your time in Macy's.
When was the last time I went to the mall? I went to the Manhattan Mall in 2019. Wow. That's awesome.
I'm about to do some hand painting.
Oh gosh.
Do you know how to do that?
Let's get excited.
I'm trying to hype myself up for it because.
Okay. Hey, you're not down in the dungeon, so.
Yeah. Any time away from the dungeon is a good time.
You've been down there pickaxing dirt away all day.
It's a little dank.
He needs a
little dank.
dehumidifier.
I let my wife and kids. So yeah, Whole Foods has like a little bar in it. The one by my well, it's not that close to my house, but they have beers and they usually have some craft stuff.
Your area is even pretty big for craft brews, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, South Florida is. It's like a surprisingly strange thing to have caught on around here, but I won't complain. Yeah, we have. So I'm in a town called Boynton Beach, which is part of Palm Beach County, and we have, like I said, I think there's 3 like around the corner from my house. There's another one in Boynton Beach. So there's 4 total in Boynton. There's like the town south of me is Delray. They at least have 2. There's a big one in Boca.
That's where my family has a place to stay. So.
Yeah. Well, so Delray also has a place called Atlantic Ave, which is like the downtown area, and it's just filled with bars and restaurants, and you can walk from one end to the other.
Sure.
How interesting. It's a big place to eat.
And it ends at a beach.
Oh,
So
shit.
You walk down the strip and you're at the beach.
I miss a beach.
Yeah, I don't know if I can live like away, like in a landlocked state. I don't know if I can survive.
I miss the sounds. A couple of years back, I was at it was in the Philippines. It was a small island called Palawan, and we had stayed at this hotel where the rooms are literally beach huts. So the moment you step out, it's a beach. Like you don't have to worry about walking there or anything. You just go for a swim. You step out and you fall into the ocean. And it's spectacular.
It's
Right on.
like the only way I know where I'm going because I always know where the beach is, so I know that's east. Right, that was east. So figure everything else out from here.
Samuel says, Edward Leonard says actually, pho and booze. What's not to like?
Oh yeah.
I'm with you, man.
Man, Brian don't like pho.
I don't.
What
But
the
I like
fuck?
booze.
He likes booze. So
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Little banh mi.
I don't like banh mi. Or I should say, I've never had a banh mi that was worth a damn.
what?
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
People are like, let's go get banh mi. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go eat a deli sandwich.
It's good.
I'll go get a turkey club. Well, I know I'll enjoy it.
Is it too much risk for you, Brian? Is that why? Like,
I want a
What?
tuna melt.
No, it's too bad tasting assembly of
Is it
not good ingredients.
cilantro you don't like?
I'm not a fan of cilantro.
Yeah.
I will eat it, but I'm not a huge fan of fresh cilantro. But no, I've just never had one that was properly made. I think that's what it boils down to.
Your
Because
wife
Colleen
loves-
loves banh mi.
Like
and a lot
people
of
don't like
people love
cilantro. It's like a thing.
it. It's like the pho that I had was like watery and sad.
Pho is light,
Tastes
like compared
depression.
to other Asian noodle
I'm not
dishes.
going to do that again. What's that?
Pho is light, like compared to let's say like ramen. It's
Yeah,
a much
dude, I'm a
lighter.
tonkatsu guy. I want my tonkatsu extra slimy, with like a
I
lot
want
of spice in
all the fat bubbles in there.
Yes. it. Yes, give me like a couple of green beers on the side. Green tea beers. Have you ever had those? They're
Oh,
crazy.
real green beers. I was like, well, you're mixing St. Patty's Day and Japanese food.
Well, it is March. No, the green.
I mean,
tea
I'm
beers.
with it. I'll do it, but
Green tea beers are weird. I'm not gonna lie. They are something special.
I'm a Kieran guy. I'll take a Kieran with my.
Yeah, Ichiban's good shit. Sapporo is fucking brewed in Canada.
I mean, that's common. Heineken's not brewed in.
Yeah, but they have that like we're imported Japanese beer from Canada.
well, I mean, there is a Sapporo beer that's brewed in Sapporo, but it's just,
yeah,
the
You just
stuff
don't
over
get it
here
over
is not right. Exactly.
it's really good too.
I like Sapporo.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the Sapporo Dark. Is it Sapporo? Is it dark or black? Black. Sapporo Black.
Yeah, the black one's tight. I used to get that on a cruise ship when I would eat my ramen at the ramen spot.
The ramen and the Sapporos.
Guys are killing me over here. They're just killing me over here. Hurt my feelings, man. What are you doing?
I'll take the pho and the banh mi. No cilantro.
Hurt my feelings, man. Stop it.
Oh,
So actually, you know what? I'm wondering if people can what's the word for it? Help me out with something. Because so I've been scribing this barbetos up like a crazy idiot madman / something. And we have these 4 pieces that I'm trying to decide whether or not it's a good idea to scribe it up and all that stuff, or if it's okay to just leave it, because you shouldn't be afraid of negative space or empty space on your kits, because there's a fine line between good detail or too busy, right?
yes, I agree. Absolutely.
So I'm looking at these 4 pieces, and I'm kind of thinking about the entire aesthetic of the kit, and it is these 4 pieces that go on the knee, like the sides of the knee, right? So this is what it looks like normally. So this is all primed and all that stuff. So you see there's a lot of like empty space in the middle, and it's not, I wouldn't call it super detailed exactly.
Mhm.
And then here is one with like some line. No, not that one. Let's see what's a good one to show. Okay, here you go. Here's some with lines. So I'm wondering if it's a good idea to scribe it up and give it some detail.
I mean, it's a kneecap.
No, it's the side of the knee. You know those boosts?
Right. Yeah.
It is kind of a lot of detail.
Yeah, because especially it's got the cutout, and it looks like some detail on the edges already.
Yeah.
And it's a it's not a round shape. Like, I mean, it's a round shape, but it's got hard lines on it. It looks like.
Yeah. So maybe it's a good idea to just leave it. Maybe just leave it.
I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like armor. Like pure armor, and you would think that.
I mean, yeah, you could add if you're gonna don't go so complex.
True. Maybe I could just.
Yeah, but then if you just put, if you just put a straight line through it, it's like, why would you have?
We don't want a straight line. No one puts a straight line.
I don't know.
Something to think about.
Something to think about.
But you could do like a peak. You could do a peak part to add like an accent to it, and then like rim that a little bit to add just like another little bit of detail. You have a little bit of that running throughout the entirety of the kit, where you have those like kind of off-white, kind of half tan colors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that and add like an accent pop in there that wouldn't be so like complicating. It's like I often talk about like the A, B, and C levels of detail, where we have the A level is just like the silhouette, the B level is like the parts that are kind of semi broken out, and then the C level is like the high detail. And if there's too much C, you miss the B and the A, and it just becomes a scribble.
Right. I mean, for example, here's the leg with the B detail, right? So right now this has been masked for B detail, but there's going to be C and D in there somewhere at some point. Actually, I might need to add more B detail a little bit. It's a little too me,
A little blasé?
A little blasé, yeah. We'll see. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
Chipotle tuna. Kieran for the win. Sapporo in Japan is amazing out of the tap. I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. I'm gonna make it. I've heard the actual Sapporo brewery is, well, and the city of Sapporo in general is a great place to go. Especially for food and the drink.
I miss Japan. I miss it greatly.
What's that?
I said I miss Japan. I miss it greatly.
Yeah. I was supposed to have gone, this past year, but
yeah,
fucking Corona.
Yep. I was supposed to have gone, but Tim won GBWC.
Oh. Because you entered that Kotobukiya model.
Yeah, model one Kotobukiya part on it. No, I think that I know there's many reasons.
Dashed hex gear. I know what you did.
Hey, Chris Collins, I still have to send your gear dog out. I suck.
It's because they found out you don't like pho, and they were like, "Oh man, we can't trust this man's judgment." Damn.
You think cilantro tastes like pine salt?
Not exactly, but
hello, Dave B.
It's a white thing, I'm telling you.
Dave B's
tastes like pine salt.
How? So, in relation to Steve's comment, how hilarious would it be where Zach chooses me to be a clean judge, and all of a sudden I'm doing weathered builds?
You turned over a new leaf. Don't worry.
Fuck clean.
Weather.
I hate
it. Weather.
I hate clean. Fuck that.
Pabs don't know how to weather.
Stop washing.
Pabs don't understand the weather. He only knows.
Let me just do dry brushing all over the place. I think that will do.
You got to put oils down after, though.
That's how you get to Brian. Just dry brush everything, man. You'll be all right. It'll look in scale. It's okay.
What you do is you take a toothpick and then brown paint and you chip.
Grab some tissue, Brian, and just throw it against your wall.
haven't been in my apartment, but it is like freaking Aladdin's Cave of Wonders in here. There isn't a clear spot of wall to throw anything at. It's got skateboards and artwork and sculptures and Colleen's, collection of oddities and her own artwork stuff that she likes and sayings and like we have no. This is there.
Julio, if I'm on the tear tonight, I want you to join me. Join me in the tear, sir.
Yeah. Every time I see those, have you seen what? I can't think of like which insurance commercial it is, but the guy's like teaching people how not to be like their parents. Have you seen that? And like the lady's like, live, laugh, love, and he throws it in the garbage can. Or if it's like no fussing, no bussing, and he rips it out of her hand and throws it in the garbage can. That's what I think of every time I see those like lettered phrase photos now.
Julio, I'm so sorry you didn't get an invite, bro. That's rough, man. Sorry, Julio. I didn't know, man. I thought you were cool enough to be part of the cool kids. But I guess not. Also, so I wanted to bring. I also wanted to kind of run this by everyone who's watching. How many do we have watching currently? 18. Okay. So I was recently approached with a business opportunity, but it's not like like tools or anything. Nothing. I would say expensive. But someone brought this to my attention, and he's saying, I know there are a few people out there that like lose a lot of parts, right? Lose parts or need replacement parts, but don't know how to get it, or they go through the Bandai thing and they have to wait 6 to 8 months for their pieces, and they don't want to go through that, or they want specific pieces for a kit bash or a scratch build, but don't want to have to buy an entirely new kit just for that one piece or several pieces. So someone was asking if people would be interested in a replacement parts service where you provide the what is it, the serial number and stuff like that.
Yeah, usually the R code that's in the manual.
Yeah, and then the part number and all that stuff, and then you submit into a form. You wait maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then you'll have your part. 80% of the time, it'll be a Bandai original. Sometimes it'll be a recast, and sometimes it'll be resin.
That's really cool because they do have. I can't think of their name. It's on Facebook. Has a replacement parts program, but it's very expensive because they're based in Japan, I believe. So he basically does what you're saying. Like he contacts Bandai, gets the replacement part, and mails it to you.
Right. Yeah. This one's not coming from Japan.
Right. So like I did it I had a piece of the Jest that I was missing, and like to get this piece of the Jest, it was like $35. And it started to become like, well, at what point do I just buy a $45 kit instead of,
right. So
getting one runner for $35? But if you could do it at a much lower price because you're here in the States, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, it'll be anywhere between, I believe, $10 to $12.
Yeah, that's definitely
a lot cheaper. And I mean, I don't know if I believe this dude, but like, he says that there's almost a 96 to 98% success rate. Like there'll be times where it'll be hard to find a specific part. But the way he sold it to me was like he was talking about not just regular kits, but also P Bandai kits and older kits and all the other stuff. So I didn't give him a definitive answer. I mean, I don't know how often people do need parts like that because I don't go through that kind of issue that often. I usually just spend a couple of hours on my hands and knees looking for this damn piece, and eventually I find it. But
occasionally you'll find it like a couple of years later. That's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's that little bead from the goof.
But there are times where losing a piece has benefited my knowledge or my skill base, just because sometimes you lose that piece and you go, okay, well now I'm going to need something over there. Maybe I can just build it myself or put something else there. It's beneficial in that sense. So yeah, I don't know. I want to run it by because you guys are watching and it's hard to kind of go on what my experiences are. So you guys, there's obviously everybody has different opinions and different experiences. So I wanted to run it by everyone, and I wanted it to be as transparent as possible because I don't want to just be like, hey guys, you should do the service. If I don't think it's going to be worth anybody's time and effort. So
No, I mean, I've only had to use that just part was the only part I've ever like lost where I didn't just drop it on the floor and maybe take 10, 15 minutes just to, like you were saying, crawling around to find it. I have no idea. I tore my room apart. Like I moved the desks, everything. Couldn't find this fucking part. I have no idea what I did with it. I'm pretty sure I threw it away. Like it was,
I think for me the worst has been whenever I'm building a HG kit. So like I built Zia a HG Moon, and then I did those 2 custom HG Arcan Lancers, and I kept breaking pieces.
Oh.
For some, like it was just like I don't know if it was because I was being heavy-handed or if they're just fragile. I don't know. But
It's just HGs, man.
yeah, right. And I love the Moon; it was beautiful, but I had to get 2 kits just because I needed those pieces again.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Actually, you know what? I am missing a piece off my my Deep Striker. Like, you know how the Deep Striker had the new chest piece where it's like it's got the vents, like the gray parts that go underneath the vents on the top of the chest. Well, one of the sides of the gray parts is missing, and it wasn't that I lost the part during assembly. It was that it must have fallen off the runner, and I didn't notice it in the bag and threw the bag away.
Yep.
So like I got to that part and it just wasn't on the runner. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So I mean, I think it might be a worthwhile thing to look at.
For sure.
So
because I would definitely pay. And it's like you think about that kit too. I'm not going to buy another one because it's $130 kit or whatever it is. Yeah. But if I could find a $15, even if I had to spend $15 on the part, I would definitely do it.
It wouldn't be too bad. Like, for example, what Michael Dawson said, he lost a polycap and bounced into Oblivion on a PG he was working on a while ago, and he wasn't able to finish it. Stuff like that. So, like, integral pieces even would be a really worthwhile thing to look at. But again, I don't know.
It's tough too because again, you're not gonna if you do it on an HG, you don't feel so bad about like just buying another HG depending on the HG. But like a perfect ray, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And it's not, and it's also very discouraging when you go, oh man, I have to buy this again, and then you do have to buy it again, and then you have all these other pieces now that you may or may not use. I mean, you could use it if you do customizing and kit bashing, but if you don't, you have this whole thing, but you can't finish it because you used one part of that thing, and now you have an incomplete kit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember when that happened, Dave. Said that he had to do it on a PG Unicorn leg. Frame in the knee broke, and he had to cast it using epoxy sculpt to reinforce the styrene strip.
Pat talking man shit. Over here talking shit, bro. Can't do it. Part of the cool guys. You're a fucking cool guy.
Thanks, buddy.
This is what you wanted? You wanted me to come in here and tell you your fucking details are stupid?
Yes. Please and thank you.
Did you look at him?
Did you look at him? Because I did.
Fucking stupid. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hello, Julio.
I had a day.
You
It was
did.
a day. Yeah, it was a day.
Well, you had the opportunity to give a big corporation the middle finger. So
that was good. Why didn't you want to stay with us? Because you suck. I've been giving you lots of money and you suck. Oh, maybe I can make it a little bit better for you. All right, go ahead. What can you do for me, sir? Go ahead, let me see.
Right.
I was like, nah. Oh, you sure? Yeah, kick rocks. Bye-bye. It's fucking great. Now I can bring all the bullshit to a UPS store. I don't even think I have to I can be just here.
Here's a plastic bag.
Here, yeah.
Bodega.
Fuck out of here. I'm bring that shit in a paper bag. Hopefully it rips. That was good. I got real early for that. They were here for like 3 hours putting in fiber optic cable.
God damn.
Yeah.
Would you leave your old cable company?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this, Julio, man. Your video looks exactly the same.
Oh. Does it really? It's just fucking
No,
camera,
no.
man.
You look good. You look
Is
good.
it cleaner? I'm
You look
supposed to
like you look like you lost 60 pounds.
Yeah, definitely less motion blur.
My
More
anti-aliasing's
FPS.
off.
Yeah, more FPS.
It could be like your lack of key light.
Yeah, I don't got no fucking light on me, man.
Buy a key light. It's $20, man.
I'm gonna get a ring light and put all my snap builds with it.
You can get a ringworm. They're free.
See, William Lum says, just think of the people wanting to order specific parts for kit bashing instead of ordering whole kits for your ideas. Yeah, I mentioned that, William. Like I said, it's a good idea. I just don't know if I have the time and the motivation to
What would you be doing?
It takes a lot
Pretty
of
much
energy to do that.
taking the orders and all that stuff. And,
Okay.
you know, advertising.
I thought you were just going to be the hype man. So that
Yeah,
was,
I thought you.
I'd have a microphone every time. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. There's this thing you can do.
For real.
Steve says, I don't think I'm ready for Chooch in HD.
Sorry, bro. I really do need a shave though. I feel like a fucking hobo. I'm on a train, going nowhere.
You have a neck now. You should show it off.
Nah.
I was lucky enough to be able to shower and shave this morning before the water building broke.
Fuck. All the water?
Yeah, no hot water in the house at all day.
Who broke it? Colleen.
Colleen did not break it, okay?
what are you doing?
You just was like,
Oh, shit.
I know,
Still here breaking shit.
I completely forgot that this thing had I don't know what they are. Bullets, but they're not bullets in the bazooka.
Missiles.
Like
Missiles?
missiles. Yeah. Grenades.
Right.
I don't know what you would call it.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
What up, Bill?
Oh,
Yo, I heard rumors, very rampant rumors that one Ruslan might be on Mechanism tomorrow.
You better be wearing a tube top and some cutoffs.
Paul, is that like these?
Yeah. Just smaller, much smaller. But I forgot that it came apart. Like I did. It's been a while.
Did I
since
show you guys the PG Unleashed version of that?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
you.
yeah, no, I
resin
wanna
kit, yeah, the
Let
add-on.
me see if I can-
Yes.
let's see if
Bill
I can
says
grab it.
browns. Yes.
Man, when that kit was announced, I was like, great, another RX-78. And then now that I've seen them built, I'm like, idiot. Why would I think that wasn't going to be nice?
Right.
It looks so cool.
It is super nice.
So the next Unleashed is probably going to be a unicorn.
What?
That's what I'm guessing. Because
I'll probably do the same thing again, where I'm like, that's ugly, and then it'll come out and be awesome.
it's going to transform and walk around by itself and shit.
The MGEX was like that too. I was like, oh, another unicorn? What the hell? And then I saw people build them, and I was like, oh, well,
That's not my.
stop giving your opinion. Shut up, Paul. What do you know?
I do that shit too, man. Like the fucking when they announced the MG Curios, I'm like, it'll be all right.
You guys were the same with the wing.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I was
I
on
was-
board for the wing. I was on.
You know
board,
what's
man.
funny is, if like 3 years ago, if you would have said what needs a 2.0, like half the chat would go the wing, and then after the what's that other model that came out of it? I have it, the one with the pre-built frame,
High res.
High res.
high res. Right after the high res came out, and a couple of knockoffs came out. Bandai releases the 2.0 essentially, and people are like, "Oh, another wing kit."
But then it's fire.
It is. It was a really good build.
All right, so I haven't adjusted the stuff to really fit, but here's like a one round.
That big ass round. God damn. Looks like a 9mm bullet.
There's quite a few of them too.
Fuck.
Oh shit! Here, let's make them bigger.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Unleashed will be the
Love
freedom.
the little details in the inside.
It's fire, dude.
Little warhead. And then let's see if I can find it real quick.
I would like a Freedom PG. I don't know if I want.
PG Freedom look though.
There's a
Why
stripe
would
through
why
the
would it
jersey.
be a 1:60 scale and not a PG? Like it'd be like a non-frame 160,
Because it's
and
the
then
freedom statue from China. It's like a knockoff joke, I think.
Here's the casing.
no, but they do have a statue of the freedom.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
You got the inside.
That looks
back there.
nice.
And then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like a whole bunch of like non-detailed ones of them right here.
They just
That
throw them in the
goes-
back.
Yeah, just throw 'em in the
Yeah.
back.
That's fucking cool, man.
Michael, this is a resin add-on kit for the PG Unleashed that gives you the bazooka and a couple other the Gundam hammer.
Megazuka.
Let's see if I can find the mace head or the hammer head.
Who was I talking about last night, Julio? It was what's his name, Katsuhara or
Oh,
Godfinger.
hold on. I still have the page up, actually.
That's the ball. for the hammer.
Kobayashi.
Yeah.
Makoto Kobayashi.
No,
Yeah.
no,
you
no,
go.
no, no, no.
Kobayashi's Big Zam? I would love a model kit of that.
Yo. Yeah, I kept it open because I'm
Oh.
like, I'm gonna look at this a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I clued Julio into my Pinterest.
Yeah.
Bunch of chains.
Resin
I got a bunch of
chain.
cool stuff. Oh yeah, the chains for that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Those
printed
resin-
that in one go. Right?
What is-
And just-
What is inside the ball? Tabs? Is that like
It's clear.
clear?
It's a clear resin, so you can put.
So you can
LED in
put
there.
one of the LEDs in there and get some
LED
effects.
in the Gundam.
I haven't messed with the fit yet, but it's
In-
pretty nice. It's
in the-
hefty.
You got
And the
a
frickin'
lightsaber over there.
the like a
This is-
spinny mace on the stick. It has an
This man
LED.
put this
That
man
look-
put the spiral on this. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, rifling in the barrel. Yeah.
that looks like one of
Let's
those jet lighters.
So this is one option that you can have, and then there's another one that you can use if you don't like the detail, where it's just plain one.
Oh yeah, just the normal. Oh, nice, but still rifled. I love that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hand paint all the rifles a different color.
Yeah.
The inside part.
I would hate my life, man.
It's got to be a
I
slightly
would
different shade of gray.
hate my life. And then here's the third one.
You could just dry brush it like it's been weathered.
Oh yeah, let me just
Oh,
grab that.
God. Yo, what you got against dry brushing, bro?
Yeah, this is really nice. Somebody was asking in the chat, said, Pabs, did you already remove the supports before he got to you? He did. He removed them kind of, because you can still see some of the
Edges.
like the little nubs. Yeah, the edges on there. So you still have to sand those off. But the fit is really nice. The details are fucking excellent. Yeah, I mean, I don't recommend. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know if he has any more, but I know he's making an origin version. So he has the backpack with the shoulder cannon and shit. And if you guys need to know who it is, it's Sumimasen Designs. I'm sorry Designs. So if you guys
Yeah, the
want to,
fucking staff looks dope, man.
yeah, if you guys want to pick this up, man, I mean, or if you want to pick up the MG version, just send him a message. He's on Facebook. Just look up Sumimasen Designs and send him a message, and he's pretty quick with getting back to you if you need to. If you need, so yeah, good stuff. Beep, beep.
Oh man.
It also
Makoto
doesn't smell.
Kobayashi. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, Kobayashi.
He's the guy that did. I think he do Dragon's Heaven.
Yeah, that's what you're talking
Like that's
about.
all him, right?
There's a P Bandai Dom trope in a master grade.
There is a. What is that one, Pabs, that came for the? It's just the Dom, right? For the
Yeah.
PG.
Yeah, there's a
Oh no,
bomb
the
that's coming out.
H2YM or whatever. Are you talking about that thing?
No, there's a resin like a version that's coming out
Oh.
for the Zaku, the PG Zaku to migrate into a dome.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
That's gonna be massive. I just hope they
Why
can
can't
fix their proportions, man, because the proportions on the Zaku are doo doo.
Frumpy.
Yeah, it's all the legs.
You can do it yourself.
No, don't want.
You can do it yourself. You get your
No.
little fucking little styrene sheet,
No.
cut a hole.
Plot plate.
Get your
Had
plot
some
plate.
plot
I see it,
plates.
And I'm like, ooh, but then it's like out of stock, and then I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Oh,
For the what?
Books by Makoto Kobayashi.
Shit, when was the last time they were printed?
Whew, big boy.
God damn.
This one, whew, that is
What's he
expensive.
picked up as?
1984.
Yeah, it's just 30 some odd years
Hey,
old.
Steve, that's how I
Yeah.
know you weren't paying attention during Mechanism, because I showed this off on Mechanism. I told people where to get it on Mechanism.
Yeah, he did. He's over there touching his strings.
These are good. I'm gonna have to add this one to the watch list. I can't purchase this.
I'm trying to find the trigger. Trigger says something here. Trigger! Where are you?
Trigger Studios.
Nice. Okay, so where was I before? Trying to find that picture for Chris. Shit. I got lost in the coolness.
Send you links? Yeah, I guess. You just have to search for him on Facebook. So Mimicent Designs, man.
Man, you gon' leg work. There you go. I'm telling you, Pab's on the tear today. Pabs is always fucking nice. Okay, I'll send you a link. Don't worry about it.
William Wellens.
Go Facebook, bitch.
Yeah, let me find his page. So just a quick FYI, he's based in the UK. So what you can do though is you can buy the STLs off him and you can print it yourself if you really wanted to do that, and that's obviously the much cheaper option.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
All right. So who wants the link? Because I'll send it to whoever needs it. I'm gonna do it this one time.
Just Steve.
Good
Steve.
man, Pabs.
He's the only one I want to do right now.
Lazy piece of shit. No, I'm joking. Ruslam is asking, what do they use as a base kit for the conversion, or is it full resin? Are you talking about the DOM?
That's the Zaku 2 PG.
Yes. I do believe they also did just recent. Somebody Lab Zero just showed off their next resin kit, which is a Union flag custom.
Ooh, Union flag
from Double O.
Blood.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah. Yo, this was one of the best po' boy sandwiches I've ever had.
Po' boys?
Parkway for poor boys. I bought a little thing off of them. It's really good. And they only do like fish on Thursdays or some shit. But it was fucking phenomenal, dude.
What was so good about it?
It was just a really good fucking sandwich. Really good po' boy. You ever had a po' boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite?
I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had it. I think the last time I had it was like 2011.
Shit.
I had something with beef.
Shit.
Shake hands.
I wonder if alligator is kind of like beef. It doesn't taste like it.
No, alligator tastes somewhat like chicken, but it's a rougher consistency.
Yeah, I've heard it's gamier.
Yeah, because Paps can't have the beef.
I can't have the beef.
Can't do the beef.
Alligator. We got a lot of alligator.
Whenever
Yeah, so-
RB says we have the meats, I'm like, no, you fuck don't.
No, the fuck you don't.
We have something like beef.
Let me put it up in the chat so you guys can see. I think I'm a mod, right, Brian?
Yeah,
You should be able to see the link.
Wait, why did they give me a YouTube link? That's not what I want.
That's not what I want.
I specifically saved some boxes to make a base out of. Now we're at the beauty. And
I'm giving this man free advertising right now.
yeah,
Boom. There it is.
good shit, Babs.
All
Always
right.
selling something. Always.
Always. But listen, the shit that I advertise or I talk about is usually something I fucking own myself. You know?
Yeah, I know. You're selling it. My guy.
You know? I like this. I like this. You guys should buy it too.
I could probably use this base.
Time to order my resin printer, says Sam.
Ooh.
Ho ho.
Man, to print those that big, on a regular Mars, it takes some time. But if you get that Pro, that print bed,
Bigger bed, right?
that bed.
I mean, even if you get the Saturn, even or the Anycubic just released their own version of the Saturn. I can't remember the name of it right now. Those are some big things, big beds with a 4K screen. All right, fucking flex, you know.
Nice, man.
Oh yeah, I was marking those out before I got distracted by Kobayashi.
Yeah, I spent like a couple hours last
The
night just
Nathan's
looking at
guy?
the signs, man.
Yeah, right. It's easy to get lost in that stuff.
It really is, and this stuff
That's
is
why-
really interesting. Like some of it, like it seems like it's not it's just like wide open like spaces, like panels,
Mhm.
but there's detail in like the way he drew it. It's really nice, man. It's really nice.
It deals with the different level of detail where Pabs is doing all this like refined work on something that's very like starkly visual. It's going to be very directly viewed, whereas Kobayashi's art is something that is like atmospheric and spatial. So you don't have all the nitty-gritties, but you get its implied detail.
What Brian is saying is I'm Fortnite and Kobayashi is Bloodborne.
That is Apex. Kobayashi is straight up Demon Souls. Like,
Fucking Demon Souls.
yeah, how far have you gotten, Pab?
I just beat Legion, and then I sat in the bonfire. I have to go back to the Nexus and talk to a bunch of people, and then I was like, yeah, all right, let me work on the Barbatos a little bit. 6 weeks later, like,
Yeah,
then we need to
right.
get back on fucking Demon Souls.
Yeah. You got stuff to do. It's all right.
I got shit to do today, man.
Chris, I sent you a picture in Discord
Oh,
message. Chris Collins, not Chris Pabs. Chris Collins.
I barely use Discord as it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm rarely on Discord. But that's
Oh my
the
God.
Kobayashi big sale.
Somebody would have an update on Discord, and then Julio or Z would be like, "You guys see what happened on Discord?" I'm like, "No, the fuck happened?"
What is Discord? What the fuck is a Discord, bro? Like, come on.
What is it?
Yeah.
That literally says plop plate.
Yeah.
Charles Apprentice is asking, Pabs, who is making the DOM conversion? Same dude you sent link on. No. Samima-san Designs only makes like add-ons and stuff, like the PG Unleashed stuff. I think he recently did one for the Sotheby, some tanks and some verniers and stuff like that. But no, he's not the one. Oh,
goodness.
Bill. Oh, Bill.
There you go.
Nah, but it's actually so SH Studio is the one doing the conversion, the plot point. They're also doing a Zaku 2 Johnny Ridden's PG.
Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
I like high mobility. I would
looks
change
very
it.
nice. Can we do like a quick Thursday Reddit news?
No.
We absolutely can.
Ploply.
I'll just share this one thing.
You're all good.
It's hype right now. He breathing heavy.
So that's the 3D window. But,
Yeah. It's looking good, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
That is
Johnny
nice.
Ridden. Johnny.
I would
Johnny.
repaint it as a Gabby Hazard, though.
What about
I
Shin
see that.
Matsunaga?
some painted samples of the weapon. Not
Yeah, I
bad.
would totally do a Gabby Hazard. But I don't know about those. Like, does it have both the styles? It has the. Is it
like
the
high
R2?
mobility.
It's only the R2, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's the R2. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm more of a fan of the R1A personally. That's why I have at least one of those. I will buy more of them. I know. I'm terrible.
It's a resin conversion. What were the plastic runner parts?
Let's see. This big? I have no idea.
Oh, it made the gun, maybe.
Maybe.
I bet it's
Maybe the frame is
yeah.
gone. Yeah, I
that
don't know.
be
I
like-
can't remember who. When did I show the dome last time? Do you guys remember when I showed the dome?
That's a while ago.
A couple weeks back.
Yeah, at least.
That was like one image of it, right? Like there wasn't much.
Oh, I
I've been exercising. My core hates me.
No, there's here it is. The 51 is making it.
Oh,
That is chunky.
look at it. I love it.
Oh yeah, you did show that off. I remember.
Chunky.
Crazy trope and madness.
Yeah. Look at the front skirt, man.
Yeah, right?
Third leg.
That's a front dress.
Like a kickstand.
Like you gotta cover the knees, man. All right? It's disrespectful to show the knees off. Jesus.
Work dress code on the Dom.
Michael Dawson says, I'm thinking of using the unicorn type bazooka on the PG Unleashed. Need to figure out if I actually want to buy the add-on kit. Michael, if you buy the STLs, man, like we can get someone to print it for you. That's not a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Callen says, I ain't proud to beg. Ain't no shame in this game.
SH Studio is also doing the Wing series suits in PG. Are they based on the Wing, the PG Wing?
No.
What?
At least to my
what
knowledge, no.
That Bill's
What
talking
frame
about.
is it based on?
I actually don't. I think it's the strike, either the Strike Freedom or the Strike.
No, Ruslan was talking about the one here. He says he loved the conversion kit that the 51 made for the MG Dom. Are you familiar with that?
Charles says, I thought they were doing the MG, not a PG. Yeah, so this is the MG. Just a quick FYI. This is an MG. The SH Studio is doing a DOM conversion for the Zaku, but they haven't released anything for it in a long time, so I would have to go back a ways.
Is this based on the original MG or like the one of the deals?
It doesn't say. Development, they've just decided to develop this.
It's probably like they were like, "Oh yeah, we totally got this all figured out. We're gonna use the." And then Bandai was like, "We're doing a Dom 1.5," and they're like,
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find
"All
it
right,
on
we're
Weibo.
The Dom is underutilized, man.
Yeah, it's a good looking suit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I found
I
some.
like the resin conversion that Paul and I put together here on stream. It was a lot of fun.
Do you guys see that?
Yeah, it's looking nice.
I'll make you even bigger. Hang on. Wait. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I like the legs.
Interesting.
There's the
Definitely
legs.
much more angular than a lot of the DOMs that I've seen.
I do like the design of the vernier in the back right here. That's a pretty
Yeah.
Yeah,
different looking
cool.
design.
good legs
What
on.
do where the hell is mine? I don't remember what it looks like anymore. It's which box is it in?
I think it's the only thing this is the only thing they've shown.
I think it's in this box.
Looking good though. Looking good.
Yes, this is it. Okay.
Chris Callen says the head looks jank. I'm pretty sure this is like very underdeveloped, so I have no idea whether or not this is going to change. And I'm sure it's missing a bunch of detail.
All right.
Yeah.
Take a Simpro halberd to put on the side.
Beep.
Fucking Babs is stupid. If you guys didn't know, he's fucking dumb.
Excuse me. I've been standing here for 30 minutes.
Being fucking stupid. I swear to God.
I'm not dumb.
You're dumb.
Oh, you know what? So the 51 has more, one more image to show off. Not many. Not many. This is an interesting image.
Oh, oh.
I do
He's
like
a
this weapon.
sad boy.
I do like this weapon.
That's a wild howitzer.
If we ignore this, yeah, this is
little bubble gum on that one. It's
Yeah.
what is this? Yeah, this is pretty
Emo hairstyle.
cool. Yeah, sure.
That's
it's like a half a cloak on his head.
it's waiting for the pretty hair.
It's a Dom repaired.
What is that?
Screaming fidelity.
Is there like an image? Is there another thing we can look at here? Hold on. They've been doing this. What the fuck?
Oh my God! Why are they giving them that? Please stop.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's the Zamel. This is Hammercat.
That's
That's
tight.
fire.
I almost bought the Bandai version of that, like on a whim.
Someone else had, what was it, Motor
2
King?
years ago in September.
Motor King, was that the name of the company that made one?
Motor King, yeah, they came out with the plastic kit of it. It was terrible.
Yeah,
Was it 100?
It was one.
Yeah, that's the one that I was gonna buy. It's expensive as hell too.
Oh, here we
They
go.
also had,
Here's
like,
one
the-
without the fucking hair.
Oh,
Right.
right. Put the hair back on. What's wrong with
It also looks like they
Wish
Oh,
they
the
had
hair
something
patch.
on that here.
Right.
Well, later, Steve.
Bring the
Good night,
hair
Steve.
back.
Oh, so you see?
Here's the top of the head.
Oh yeah, it is 1120, isn't it?
The head looks a little squished.
It's a
Yeah, I
little-
think that they're screwing with the aspect ratio for the images.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I don't feel like it's showing it in proper.
Oh.
Wow. Hello, new. Hi, new. Oh wait, no, that's just new.
And
No,
cat.
this is high new.
Oh, it is high new. Oh, okay.
It's high new in new colors.
Oh, in new colors. That's what threw
I
me
like
off.
the, what's that cannon on the forearm?
That's
That's
its
pretty
actual. That's the. You know how on the high new there's a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
That this is what replaces that.
I like that.
Yeah, you can have it in open mode or closed mode. It has like four separate parts to get all this up.
Right.
It's nice.
Wild.
Yeah, I don't see any more photos except for there's that original one. A bunch of blah blahs. I don't know.
Nice.
Here you go. Here's what it's based off of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bam. Yeah.
Thanks, Babs.
You're welcome. What?
It is stupid. No.
Listen, this is my last night streaming this week, so might as well be a dum, you know what I mean?
Why is one the stupid one?
Oh, be a stupid. This is their 51 new. That's all. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Like they haven't shown anything more than that. I don't think. No.
Things coming.
No, this is we're going back to September at this point. So yeah, the latest one was the one with hair a couple of days ago.
September.
It's come full
The
circle.
hair, this guy, emo hair.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh shit,
Oh, that looks
Pulled
dope.
out now.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a Barbatos, man. Damn.
His one eye.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. That was cool.
You guys can't hear it, but there's actually sound effects too. Like it does the whirring.
oh, that's fucking cool.
Weird.
It is very strange. But yeah, I don't know if there's
I
anything
like
else you guys want to see. I don't know. This costs $600, by the way. This is why I didn't
Base?
buy this. The base costs $600.
What the hell?
It's like, are you out of your damn minds?
Wow. It's cool looking.
They are.
Ah,
They're out of their damn minds.
it's all resin.
Yeah, this is the GN Arms, the one that I started working on before I moved.
Oh, so it's probably huge. I'm thinking it's smaller. Nah, this base is huge, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fucking nice though. What?
Nice little bots. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Beautiful, beautiful
That is a
details.
lot of
Ooh,
masking.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So much
that's nice.
masking tape.
Ah, fuck.
Very
I mean,
cool.
we could just fucking go on Weibo all night, man. I don't think the people would want to do that, but you know what I mean, just
Agreed, Chris.
this
Damn.
is
I
a
knew
51 high new heavy weapon system. I love the
That's
shield.
nice.
I don't like anything else but the shield.
Yeah.
Shield's okay.
Ah.
Kind of looks like a
Yeah.
spaceship from Destiny.
That's what I'm saying, man. Good design, Destiny. Yeah, all right. The ships.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Delta Chi.
Nice.
beefy Delta Chi.
Yeah, this is heavy weapon system Delta Chi.
Transform.
High grade.
Man,
No,
Bandai
it's 100 Master Grade.
plays that card so much. Like, what are we gonna do to this? Heavy weapons.
I love this cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like that cat is.
That's not
That
shit.
cat is good. That cat is real nice.
Yeah, Cat's cute as hell.
Cat's got good energy. Edward Leonard says, "I'll build you one for $579.99." All right, we're 20 minutes over. That's our payment back for being 20 minutes late, time and time again. Do our little Swiss Family Robinson saying goodnight, or Von Trapp family. There you go, the Von Trapps. We're gonna start with the youngest Von Trapp.
Doe, a deer, a female deer.
Or maybe I should say the shortest Von Trapp.
Oh.
No offense, Babs.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I offended you slightly.
Thank you guys for watching the KotoKai Robo-Dojo Thursday something and other
Workbench 103.
Workbench something dojo. Yeah. I won't be on any other streams for the rest of the week. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys very soon. We'll do another Critical Chill just before the next actual episode of Critical Builds on the 27th. Remember, if you guys have any work in progress builds, any of that stuff, to please submit to Critical Builds so you can have a bunch of us kind of looking at your builds and talking about them and stuff like that, because that's a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you for having me, Brian. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I can't deny my height. You can't really do much about it. 5'7" is not bad.
5'7" is fine, man. I'm unnaturally tall.
With the shoes on. With the shoes on.
It's my fault. But thank you for showing up. Appreciate you, man. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you.
Enjoy.
All the best to Laura.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, it coming at you from a train car somewhere.
With fiber.
Fiber optics, yo. That's good. I really got to shave. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Okay. Me too.
I have to shave. I have to get a haircut.
I know your hair looks good, Paul. Don't worry about it, man.
Thank you guys for hanging out. As
Flick
always.
it. Flip it. Oh, he froze.
No, thank you guys for hanging out. See you guys next Thursday.
Yeah, right on. Exactly, same thing. You guys don't need to see my dumb program. Yeah, thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with this fine evening. Everyone out in the chat and everybody that watches this in the future. I'm Brian, and obviously Paul and I have been doing this for quite a while. We're here every Thursday for the most part. Next Thursday might not happen. I think I have to help out a friend with some stuff and it might be a bit of a break for Thursday streams. But I will let you guys know. Tuesday streams are still strong, so that's no issue. But yeah, it'd be like a couple of weeks of downtime, but that's no big deal. It just happens. But yeah, I'll be back on Mechanism. Julio, I think, is going to be there too tomorrow. And yeah, that's the name of the game. Thank you guys. Talk to you.
Bye.
Until next time, build something fun. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask.